Hey, what's up guys? This is going to be episode 1 of a Minecraft series I'm starting, and I figured what better way than a tour of the realm that this new series will come from. This is a realm that I host named Infinity Acres where some of my friends and I play. We're currently standing in the middle of our starter base for my wife and I. Wifey and I have plans for this area in the future, and we have a bunch of farms that we have set up to help us get there. You might catch Wifey on some of my videos and streams, although you most likely won't hear. She doesn't want to be on voice chat and recorded, which, it's fine. So let's start off our tour of our starter base here, and then we can move on to see some of the farms and our trading hall, which is just over yonder. The giant cathedral that houses our precious villagers, with more to come. Especially now that they have the new update out, we gotta get lunge, all that stuff yet. Then we might go see some of the bases of some of our realm members so that you can see the shenanigans they are up to as well to end our tour. Now, this is not going to be the typical Minecraft series where we start out and grind away the early game and follow every minute of that, which sucks, but it is what it is. That doesn't mean we can't have fun showing off what we build here, and more importantly, shared experiences as we play with friends, some of which really haven't experienced a lot of what Minecraft has to offer. So, let's start the tour and check out our starter base here. Alright, so let's start this tour then. Here's our little starter shack, I guess. Which, I mean, it served us well for now. Go inside here. Obviously, we got our enchanting setup down here, the ender chest, all that good stuff. Storage for lapis. Let's run up here, we got our beds. Got storage up here. Just random crap. A lot of those bones. That's from the skelly spawner we have set up. Ugh, if I can get downstairs. Alright, head out here. Chicken cooker. Although, I modified this. Because a lot of people put the dispenser with the lava that only pops out, every time an egg is thrown. I didn't like that. It just stays in there. I think I overloaded I loaded the hell out of this with chickens. Probably doesn't help the lag any, but whatever. Got a lava farm here, which feeds lava buckets for our smelter. And we do have our smokers here so we can cook. Not that we really need it with that going now. Got our snowman farm. This works. It's if I want to do like mass, just micro farm type stuff, which I have a farm down below, which I rarely use this. Got our animals. Wifey recently culled the herd. Got these guys, got our cows, we got some horses, although we don't really ride these. Mostly because I've been to the end. So, there's that. This, oh my god, this originally was not supposed to get this many, but I may have to shut them down. So I'm pretty sure there's probably going to be eggs backed up in there, so they're just despawning. Well, whatever. We got this, although we don't really farm this a whole lot because we have bigger fields down beneath. Got our chorus fruit. Tree chopping we do over here. We try and collect every tree and have that style over here. As you can see, we got our nether woods, our fungus trees. This over here is how we get our little shrooms. That's not... There's got to be a hole under here somewhere where there's a zombie or something. Yeah, this is where we get our little shrooms to grow those. And now I guess... Spoilers. Now I guess we'll head down. Take a look at our industrial farms down beneath. Dug this out. So this is what we do. We got our... Make sure these guys don't get out. Got our bees over here. As they fly over, they pollinate the crops because they're trying to get to these flowers. And then... Step out. Nope, don't follow me. So you can see that. I've got a lever here. There's a redstone line underneath here. So that it drops the piston wall back there. If I could see. Drops that piston wall. Water flows out. You just let it run for a second. Pushes everything into the trough. And then we separate it. It's like that for all of these farms. We got... What is it? 2 potato. 2 wheat. We got two fields of carrots. Got beetroot. Now over here I had to modify. We can get the netherwort. God, I wanted to call it nether fruit. We can get the netherwort. Obviously no bees or anything, but unfortunately it has to be on that, so when you're planting this you're slow, but it is what it is. Glow lichen farm. That, I don't know. This design that I came up with does not work. It spreads more on the outside than anything. I tried to keep it from doing that, but whatever. Then we have our moss farms, which we can use for bone meal. We got both. Ow. Both variants. The pale. And the regular moss. Over here, got our sugarcane farm, which it's producing. Not gonna complain. This thing. Oh my god. Melons. The problem is this side. This is supposed to be for us to trade, but obviously you can see the discrepancy in the two sides, because this pops out those little melon pieces, which, if I remember right, yeah. So I have the item elevator. Did I? We're gonna learn together because it's been a little bit since I've been down here. Oh, did I bury that? I may have put the crafter under there to be able to get the melons. I had to have. Or did I put it up there? 1 second. Whoop. No. I do have it. Okay, it is buried. Alright, so this is collecting our pumpkins on this side. Yeah, because it's feeding that way. So yeah, I did put... Ugh. Got the crafter here to spit our melons slices. So it spits our melon slices into here. Then the crafter spits out the actual melons to send up there. Which, pretty sure that's why there's a discrepancy between the two sides, but... Because you have to reassemble the damn melons. And I'm stuck. There we go. Over here, got our cactus farm, just typical. Although, we've already got more cactus than I think we'll ever need to use, so... This was our bee breeding grounds to be able to fill those beehives over here. Our little bee boxes. Alright, so now I'm gonna head over. I'm gonna fly out there, then I'll sleep, then I'll show the farms. So, out over this way. Got my render distance set down so that I can record. But out that way is a giant monstrosity of a farming industrial district. So, let's go. And she starts to appear. I'm not gonna make it. Alright, as soon as that sun is down, we'll go up there and we'll check everything out. Come on, son. Go down. Worst part is the waiting. Touch. Touch the horizon. Touch it so I can go to sleep. Come on. Fake me out like that. Alright. Slept. So now, let's take the Bubble Vader. Whee! Alright, so up here, we have an iron farm. We don't need to listen to that. Nope. Ignore it. Ignore it. You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that. Poor cat. So, pumping out iron. This side, I don't think... We never really let this fill up enough to get to this other slice. We have poppies, though. Oh, somebody cleared this one out. We did have 3. Same thing here. We never really let this get to that slice. Got string, unfortunately, from the cats. Byproduct of building over the ocean, we get ink. So, now if I go down here, I've got this wool farm. Got one of every color sheep just packed in there. And every single one of those has shears in it. And just pumps out the wool. So there's that. Now, we'll go back up. If I can get through the hole. Yeah, we'll go up to the top level. Come on. There we go. Alright, so up here, this is our general mob farm. Got these magma blocks here. But, let's open these. Now inside, we have the trident killer. It's going to be loud. I come up here, get my XP, repair my wings, and everything else. So yeah. It's pretty much... Usually just kind of sit here, AFK for a few minutes, let it build up mobs. Of course, you drop as I shut everything off. That's the way it is. Over here, this is our resin farm, which works fairly good. Oops. Man, if I could just jump. Okay, there we go. So, in here is the magic. Took forever to get all of those tridents. Got this basin. At night they spawn. Creek can get pushed down here and they get stabbed in the head repeatedly until they despawn. And they coat this, and this wall goes back and forth, dumping the resin off. Works fairly well. I've only run it once or twice. And we've got this. And over here, if I... Let's drop down here on the sorter. Over here, we got that. And that. So yeah, we're not hurting for resin. This is my item sorter, which comes from that mob farm. So we can sort out the armors. This one's open for now. I had... God, I don't remember what I had in that slot. I ended up taking it out for some reason. But yeah, we collect our sticks and our bottles. Sugar. Obviously glowstone, redstone. We get our potatoes, carrots, iron, spider eyes, string, arrows. We have a bunch of bones, same thing. If I can get past the... Come on. Flesh. We use this for trading. Good lord. Gunpowder. That's good for rockets. This here is my... I don't know, it's like a recycler. I put these on here, and then I don't follow that. I just dump. So like I'll come in here, grab this, whatever can be smelted. And I chuck them in here. This is our garbage. Anything you want. See how this is sitting there? I have the hopper locked right now. It's fail safe. Oh yeah, we have overflow. If I can stop crouching. This is where any item that's not supposed to, or it gets missed. Sometimes hoppers get backed up, it pushes things into there. But that's normally, like, we'll get tridents because this was not supposed to be a drown farm, but they do spawn. But if I come down here, here is my smelter for all the random crap we throw in. This is where we put our lava buckets. Back here we have this minecart that picks up lava buckets and disperses them. I don't fall off of here. Here's our lava generation. Now this is that little lock I was talking about. This is the trash bin. So if I do this, and those items are gone. And then I pulled that back because the last thing I want is you accidentally put your sword or something into that chest and that's open and it just takes it away from you immediately. So I have that set so that you don't accidentally throw the wrong item in there. We were supposed to build bubble vaders for this and I haven't gotten around to it because I got annoyed with it. But then this lower deck connects to the wool farm. Come back up here. As you can see, I've got this all connected. Do have a few plans for a few other farms to come out here, but I just haven't made it out here to do it yet. That I need to remove. That was just so we could get that up to the level I needed. Yeah, that's our industrial farms out here. Trying to keep these away from where the base is going to be so that it doesn't destroy the aesthetics of that area. So we drop down. Little trick. Powdered snow with carpet on top. So I guess I'll stay here, sleep, and then bring you guys back in for when we head to the cathedral / trading hall. See you in a bit. As we approach, you see the cathedral start to pop out of the fog with our giant bridge that I haven't finished yet. Whee! Oh yeah, we got a few other little farms over here. We got this little pad here. Obviously, this did not contain it. This was, we're growing those giant spruce trees because I used a lot of spruce inside. Our bunnies. And we got clay farm over here. But got this big bridge. These arches. Yeah, I figured those out. I just kind of had like a creative world that I went in because it was not where I needed to be able to back out and be able to see how the arch was and everything. So those arches were not that bad to do. This. To be able to take, because I have that shape there. This had to be slightly different and that was a pain to figure out. That's why this bridge is not completed yet. It took me quite a while to get that arch right. To look like it kind of like is sagging, but it's still got some tension on it. I don't know. But yeah, this, I got plans for the tops. I got those planned out. Just haven't made it there yet. It takes a while to collect all the supplies for these. And then I want to be able to put end rods on them once those tops are on and all that stuff. And over here, obviously you can see all the holes. This pad used to be much bigger and I didn't like the way it cut those corners off. When you come across a bridge, you'd have this bridge come down and then you have this open spot over here that had slabs and stuff all over it with lights under it. It just cut it off, so I pull all that up, redid this. I have a little music machine, I guess you could call it, underneath here. And we had to do etho hopper clock, all this good stuff, lit this up so that nothing spawns down here. But we have a little chime. You can see evidence I tried to use this. This doesn't work very well. I had to just figure out the signal strength. But this little chime plays in the morning, and then just as the sun's getting ready to set. I buried this yet because I just had to modify that to get it to work right. But I'll include a clip of that when it plays just as it gets dark, so you can see what this does. It does it in the morning and at night. It's kind of cool. As we enter the cathedral, come in here. These guys, I was going to try and keep these guys from spawning, but I kind of like having them in here because if anything gets into this cathedral, because we do have other realm members coming over here, and if they come in and one of them forgets the door and zombies wander in, we could have casualties in here. So I kind of like having those guys. But in here, I'm debating on doing a little more roof work on the inner ceiling here. Right now, those are all stairs. But and then we got this big giant stained glass window. We got this. I'm debating on adding the villagers that we need here in these wings. I do have a basement to this, but I don't know if I want to pack them down there. Got that big giant dome up there. So yeah, we got pretty much all of the valuable. Got these guys for trading. Probably shouldn't be holding my rockets in here. I'll set them off. We got these guys, and they're most valuable though are probably these guys. Because here we can trade. And we can get diamond tools. Both these guys. And these guys we can trade and get our diamond armor. So we're not wasting raw diamond on that stuff. We'll just disenchant it and then go and get our books. Oh, you're for the axes and the swords. That's right. For some reason, axes and swords are... Okay, I view an axe as a tool, not a weapon. But, I mean, it is what it is. Anyway, got our Fletchers here, which I guess we don't really use them a whole lot. Here's our important guys. We got Infinity, Mending. I put all like the most important ones in this last section. Infinity, Mending, Unbreaking, Silk Touch, and Fortune. And then the rest of them, the rest of the librarians, are up these spiral staircases that are inside these stairs. Got this little balcony here. It doesn't really serve any purpose other than to allow you to get from side to side up here. But yeah, if I come down here, got looting, feather falling, fire, pretty much all of the books except for the newest ones, which is lunge and whatever else for the spear. I'll head over to this other side. Run up these stairs. Got all these guys. Yeah. And then we'll go down into the basement. Yeah, this I just cut off. I was going to try and put bells up there, but because of how sound works in this game, it doesn't travel down to the ground very well, which is why I hid those note blocks underneath the front stairs. Anyway, I come down here. God, I gotta eat. Here I've got a stone generator, cobblestone, depending on which tool you use. And then over here, for some people, nitwits have no use, but I breed them. Might as well. I gave a use to useless villagers. They make valuable villagers. Now I was going to add more stuff under here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. I might, like I said, these guys are kind of like overflow. We needed some more guys for trading. These two, I didn't. Curse of Vanishing and Curse of Binding. I don't really like them books. I don't really need them, but I just like the ability to have that. We got these guys because we needed that for trading. And these guys. Because sometimes, you know, you bring stuff in here to trade for emeralds, and once you hit your daily limit, they lock you out. So I kind of added a few more down here. So yeah, that's the cathedral. We'll head outside here. Oh, it's almost night. They're aging for over there. So yeah, out here you can, if I get back here, you can see the full. I'm gonna have to do some cosmetics in there so you can't see that. Yeah, wifey did a whole lot of excavating back here because there was a giant hill, and to fit this in where I wanted it, she likes to do this kind of grindy crap where she'll remove an entire mountain just because she likes doing it for some reason. So I let her go ham with this. We step this back. We'll have to terraform a little bit. But yeah, there's intricate details I tried to put into everything. Fires up on top. Dirt blocks you're not supposed to see up there. Don't look at that. That'll get hidden. By the time I got this built, I was just like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm going to go focus on something else. So yeah, we'll head back up front and wait for those chimes to go off. It might beat me. I don't know. Come on. I can do it. Get out of the way, chicken. I got things to do. Alright. And now, we wait. Hurry up and sleep, so our villagers don't have any hostiles spawn near them. It's not much, but I like it. Alright, now I guess we'll move over that way. We'll hit this, have a mining entrance right there, which also has a tunnel that connects to some farms that are underneath our island, deep down in the guts of the world. Then we'll go over there, we'll check out that nether portal, and which I'll give details on that later. So, see you in a bit. Alright, so this is a little mining hut. We set this up, this goes down. Wifey's got a crap ton of strip mines going on down there. We also found like some amethyst geodes and stuff like that that we kind of farm here and there. This is all the supplies that she's been digging up, which she has no problem grinding this stuff out, which is good for me because then I can just focus on building. And she digs this up. I don't know why she likes to grind so much, but yeah, we won't go to, that's just strip mines and stuff like that. It goes down to bedrock, but over here, we used to have another portal here. Got rid of that because I synced that up. We're building another hub, which we'll get to. But up here, I got to build a little, like a structure or something over this. This staircase takes forever to get up and down, but it connects us to our underground spawners and our farms, and I thought about doing bubble vaders and stuff to get up and down, which I might still do. We might put one in so you have the option. This staircase is massive though. Alright, so there's two. Let's come down here first because this goes all the way down. We have two offshoots. Dungeon noises. Alright, so. My god, is this really that? Oh my god. Okay, so this was a geode that we cleared out. Been farming that. This just allows me access around here. Kind of explored some of this, lit it up so we're not getting mobbed. Now in here, run down this hallway. I'd fly, but for all my luck, something like that, I would end up inside there and dead, because I would kinetic energy myself. So let's come down here. We got little spots that I've opened up. We were just kind of exploring back there, because there is a spawner there. I haven't done anything with that one yet. But if you come in here, this right here is, as you can see, a zombie spawner. These guys, when I turn this on, they drop down. There's a water canal that takes them all the way back there. I don't know if I have... I think I closed up. Oh no, I left it open. Okay. So here is a bubble vader. Shoots those guys up. They ride along a water channel in the ceiling. And then they drop in here. And when they hit this stone generator, pushes stone out, creates more skulk as they die. And this will form a big brick of skulk that we can then mine. And I haven't really used it for anything yet, but I would like to use it for our future plans for this island. So there's that. Did a little bit of mining in here and there. Then, now we get to go back down this hallway and go back up to that first offshoot. And I will show you the source of our bones. Back up the stairs. Getting leg day today. Good God, it's been a while since I've come up and down here. I can't believe it was actually that long. Alright, here's our hole. Well, eventually we'll decorate this. So, run down here as I'm slowly starving myself. Now, this here was probably the first spawner that I messed with on this realm. We had to clear this out. We tried to light most of this. There's still some places that we didn't get to. But I have a smelter here. Lava source in here. This is our inputs for those for the lava. And this is for all the junk, the weapons and whatever that we get from there that we don't really need. Can smelt it and at least get some resource back out of it. This... Oop, where did that go? I swore I just seen one. Maybe I didn't. Thought I seen one with infinity on it. Those get swiped pretty quick. Because before we had the enchanter and stuff, we had this set up before we had a way to an enchant. This is a skelly spawner. These guys drop down, they go underneath. They shoot up this column, float over and drop. Take a little bit of damage. And then use our special looting sword here. And we have, of course, another trident killer. And this kills all the skeletons. As you're holding the looting sword, it applies it to that trident. And then we can collect all the bows. And I have a trash can over here. Put that in there. All the crap that we don't want goes in there. This collects... Okay, so... This right here is the collection chest. That little minecart goes underneath the floor. And it comes underneath here and it picks up all the items that they drop. Brings it up here and stores it in these two. Say they drop armor. You don't want it, but you don't want to throw it away. Throw it up here. And when you send this minecart off, it takes it to... this, which spits that out. As long as you keep the lava in there, you keep smelting. So that was that. Now down here, I think this is just my access to the guts. That was from the previous. I tried to put a system down here and it wasn't working. Here's our little minecart. It just comes down, loops around, hits that, and it'll grab the items out of these barrels. So here we're using hopper minecarts to grab stuff through the blocks, pump it into here, goes into the barrels, little minecart comes down, picks it up, takes it back up. Now I do have access. I think I walled it off because I was tired of mobs coming in here. There is a mine shaft, like, behind all this stuff. We've cleared most of it out, but there are still some unexplored areas. We are having random mobs come up through here, and I need to be able to get to those guts down there in case I need to fix anything. But yeah, this is our skelly spawner. This was one of the first farms we put in, and this is how we got our first infinity bows before we had a way to enchant everything, so this was a big build. So now we'll head back up and we'll head over to that giant nether portal. See you in a bit. That's why I don't fly down these tunnels. Of course, I get to the top of the stairs and it would be dark. Sleep in the mining shack. Come on. Alright. Come up here real quick. Just to get a side profile of the bridge. Got some terraforming that we're going to do eventually. As you can see, we cleared that out. The other side, there's a big chunk of that missing. That was so that we could extend that and get that wall built, and then we can make it look like it's a little more natural later. But head over. I'm going to cross this. My wife built this as a way to get over the river because she rides a horse a lot. And she likes the way that this makes noise. She is so proud of this. Which, I mean, it's cool. So, we have plans. Obviously, I got to finish that side of the bridge. But we have plans. This right here is the center point for our pathway. Got a design I'm going to put in here. This, I haven't quite worked out how we're going to build this up. I don't want to give away too much because I do have plans for this, but this right here is our giant pathway that leads to our nether portal that does connect to our hub. Right now, we're the only ones connected to it because, I mean, we're building it. We haven't had a chance to hook the others up to it yet. I don't even think the others have their own portals set up yet. We do have underneath here. This is hollow under here so that we could put beds so that, you know, if you come out, it's dark, you can hurry up, come down here and sleep. Come on out here. This right here, I gotta remove that, but this was for an armor stand because I was using a, it creates a hologram. I believe it was called Structura. It created a hologram because this right here was built on a different realm that we had. I wanted to bring it here, but I didn't want to be like, okay, here's a picture. Okay, go put these blocks in. Okay, go back to the picture. Okay, but let's put this in, you know. I wanted to be able to just plop a blueprint there and do it. So I used Structura, which you have to do on the PC. You can't do it on console. I'm currently on my computer. But this right here was a design by Mythical Sausage. And I absolutely loved the way he did this. Now, when he built this, this was out of regular stone brick. I've used deep slate just to kind of match what we're doing over here, because we use a little bit darker palette. Try to throw some texture into it. And then if I come over here, it'd probably be easier to show this if I fly this. This goes on for quite a while because eventually it kind of like dies out down there. But there's this giant, there's little islands, and we wanted a straight way to get in here because everybody uses the river. There's a river that goes that way and loops around and will connect to the spawn area. And then there's a river here that connects to the spawn area, and we wanted to put our, I guess, our entrance for everybody if they came from that way right there. So I'll fly down here, fly up, and you can see this is where it comes out. We kind of wanted to do some pathways through here. Haven't made it there yet. But this, let me loop out a little bit farther. This is the walk, or the pathway to our nether portal. So now I'll head in. Wow, graceful. I'll head in, face this way. We will take the nether hub. Good lord, what am I hearing? Ow! There's a child. No. How'd you... God. I hate you guys. Die. I did not give you consent. Alright, so back here, he had to have followed the other two when they came through here. Damn child. So this right here, I'm not going to go up there. It takes forever. But this goes up to, I guess, the middle of the nether. As you can see, the coordinates up in the corner. This is down at a depth of 8. I am currently building just above the bedrock. We're down, there's a little bit of wiggle room, but we're down near that because there's less lava lakes, and I figured if we're digging this out, might as well try and get the netherite too. So we're getting the ancient debris for the netherite. This is one of 2. Obviously I've slabbed it to keep mobs off of it because we were having, you just heard that ghast. They will spawn on top of this thing or in here if I don't keep this slabbed up and put the parking brakes on it. But this is that farm that I have out there, the general mob farm where we get our gunpowder. That is currently allowing us to use TNT to blast these tunnels out. And then I can't take too much credit for building this nether hub because wifey comes in here and she just replicates these panels, lays slabs. I've helped her. I'm not going to say I haven't helped with this because I have worked on it, but she does a lot of work in here. So this right here leads us to 0, which is our realm center and where our spawn is. Currently I have these so I can get around here without going through there and getting that nether hub noise. We have expanded tunnels out in both directions. They're color coded. I don't know if you've noticed that. So we have the purple tunnel, which we contrasted with this. We have the red tunnel over here, back to this. Then over here, we have the green tunnel, contrasted back with the red. This is just so that we don't get lost in here. You can tell which direction you're heading in by the color. So we have the, I think this is light blue. And you got the warped. So warped here, then over on this side, warped. And then you got the crimson on this side and that side. This portal has not been lit yet so that I can come in here. You have to keep this slabbed up because you get piglins in here. They'll come after you when you do this. But here's our, this is, snowballs are used for, you hit a target block on those mining machines. And then we have scaffolding for getting up and fixing things. This is stuff that we've collected while we're in here. Another rack. We try to collect another rack because these take a lot of nether bricks. So I don't like throwing blocks away. Currently, we don't have any tunnels hooked up yet. Like, eventually the others will have their portals put where they want them, and we will link them to the hub so they can get around. I think I have something down here. Yeah. So this right here goes out to our stronghold, if I remember right. Oh. You too, huh? Stay back. Eat that. I don't like you guys. At least you gave me creams. Yes. So this pops us up in the stronghold, which takes us to the end. Obviously, as you've seen, I've been there. I'm the only one that's been there so far. Eventually we'll probably resurrect the dragon, and... because I know Wifey has fought the dragon with me, but I don't... and I think there's one other member on the realm that I know of that has fought the dragon. I don't think any of the others have, so we gotta get them in here. We'll head back. Alright. Of course, I would be on the wrong side of the portal. Alright, here we go. Oh yeah. We'll go through this portal here and pop out the other side. Alright, so here we are inside of the Nether Hub in the overworld. And as you can see, we've got... this is the one that's not lit. We have these walled off because I didn't want stuff coming through these portals while I was trying to work on it. We have one open to be able to get in and out. But, I gotta get this mob proofed on the outside, and then we'll open these walls up and everything. I think they're pretty close to being mob proof, but I'm not 100% positive yet. So we'll head out here. And spoilers over there, that's one of the members. So, I'm gonna come over here. Jump in the channel. As you can see, we've been out here trying to mob proof. But here... oh look, a turtle. Hi, turtle. Alright. Is there still lava in here? Yes. Stay away from that. Alright, so here is the Nether Hub. And as you can see, I'm going to fly, but you can see we've put the corresponding direction, the cardinal directions, on the side of the hub. You got your west, north, over here, south, of course, east. Now there's two levels to this hub on the outside. Come over here. Eventually down here, so like there will be little shops, kiosk things down here, so like extra stuff I have from farms I can come here, put here and be like, hey, free to a good home. You know, don't be greedy. And some of the others can come here and be like, hey, I've got these, I want to sell them or trade them off, whatever. That's what this will be used for eventually. So we'll close this back up. So that's the center of our world. That's our Nether Hub, or the makings of it. Now, let's head off and see some of the other members. Obviously, spoilers right there. That's where Eddie Word 94 is. So we'll head over there. As we fly in, you can see his pixel art of Piccolo, his Teen Titan Tower, as he calls it. Now, over here, I want to plop down. He built a giant... excuse me, dog. He built a giant dragon here. There we go. Giant dragon. Now, if I'm not mistaken, he had a stream in the last couple days. He now has himself Happy Gast. So we will head up here. Oh, yep, there it is, flying around. Come out here. I'll leave a link in the description for this video, so that if you're interested, you can go check out his Twitch. You can check out his Twitch because he did stream a couple times so far for this. That's interesting. Yeah, his Happy Gas is just chilling up there. I'm not gonna go into his base and like go through everything, but got some farms and stuff here. Well, I think this, yeah, this goes up into his tower. Or part of it. Yeah. So he'll have his stuff at the top here. As you can see, he really went with some color in his floors. Every floor is different. We'll fly around, just kind of get a look at the base. See if I can get up on here. Fly up. So yeah, we'll land up here. But yeah, he's... Whoa, that's open. Cool. I didn't mean to come in here. Alright, well, he's got a lava farm, which to me is essential if you're going to be running like smelting, like furnaces and stuff. His enchanting area. And of course, the purple bed. So, can I do this without either hitting that or landing back on that? Okay, I'm clear. Alright. So we'll get one last look at Piccolo here. And... ah, it's still there. Yeah. That's his sentiment. Alright, we'll move on. The next one, I believe, is Big Smurfington. Ah, there he is. He's the little hermit out in the middle of the lagoon. So he's got his farms and stuff like that, his tree farms. Drop down here. So yeah, this is his living quarters out here. I believe that over there is something he started way back when. I think he was going to build a farm or something out there. Not quite sure what this was going to be. I think it was a farm. Set up a base of operations down here. I know for a little while. Yep, right there. Definitely a mob farm over here, whether he intended it or not. So, we're going to get out of here. The next one we're going to go to is Dark Pitch, which you can see over here, is a very unique base. We're going to head up here. Good lord. Is this the build limit up here? Missed it. Anyway, I'll come down here. Believe. I don't have a bed, so I'm gonna borrow his. Alright, so as you can see, now that it's morning, he's got his farms. His Happy Gas just making noise. Him and Eddie Word got their Happy Gas about the same time. They made a trip to the Nether. You'll have to check out. I'll try and link his Twitch too, so you can go possibly check out his streams. Yeah, this is Dark Pitches. He did this little campfire thing, and if I remember right, I think those are helmets on armor stands that he pushed into the ground. Can't remember for sure. It's kind of cool. I kind of like that. Now Now, if I turn on my structure pack, it screws with that. Every single one will be putting a hologram up, so I have to make sure that's turned off when I come over here. But anyway, that's Dark Pitch's base. And this is definitely a landmark if you happen to be traveling this river over here. Because it loads in as you're coming up the river and you'd be like, okay, yep, there's that. I just need to go up this way and over that way. So yeah. So yeah, I guess I'll head back to my starter base. We'll end the video there. So guys, thanks for coming on the tour with me and checking everything out. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and enjoyed all the builds that we've seen on the realm. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. And click that notification bell so that you get notified whenever videos go up, so you can keep track of progress on this realm if you're interested. So I guess guys, until the next one, bye!